advanced matrices and determinants question. So let me start this all, guys. The question is, let P is equal to some matrix given and I be a array matrix of order 3 if Q is equal to Qij. Qij, that's an element that represents the element of your matrix Q. You know that, right? That elemental form of representing a matrix. And it is a matrix such that your matrix P power 50 minus matrix Q is equal to I, where your I represents your array matrix. Then they ask us to find the value of Q31 plus Q32 by Q22 is equal to what? And these particular elements represent your entries. So not entries, elements of your matrix Q. Okay? That's what you're supposed to find. If you want to find out this particular expression, then of course it shows that you need to find out what is matrix Q. How can we find out matrix Q? Just by using this particular condition. This condition is given that your P per 50 minus Q is equal to I. So from this we can find out the value of Q because we already know what is I because it's a standard determinant, it's a standard matrix, and your P is a matrix given in the question. Our only motive is to find out the value of P per 50. If we find out that, the job is done. The job is done. But how will you find out that? Will you keep on multiplying and get out that P square, P cube, P per 4, P per 5? Like that will we keep on multiplying? Of course not. In the first two tries itself, we need to get the value of P per 50. Just like using a P square and P cube, get the pattern. Just observe it, then find out the value of P per 50, and that is something I'm gonna do here. Okay, people? So just cope up with me. So here, your P is given that this is the matrix. So let us first find out the value of P square. So what will be a P square? Your P square will be nothing but P into P. That is 1, 0, 0. So 1 minute, wait, people. So now 1 0 0 4 1 0 16 4 1. This is the matrix P. So this times of the same matrix because P into P gives us P square, right? So 4 1 0 16 4 1. So now when you multiply these two, you will get the value of P square. So how will you multiply? Multiplication matrix is very simple, very straightforward. Just do like first row into first column, first row into second column, first row into third column. The job is over. You can do it in column wise or row wise. It's your wish. Okay. So now first row into first column will be 1. So 1 plus 0. So 1. It will be 1 here. And first row into second column, everything will be 0, right? Then first row into your third column. That also will be 0, I guess. I guess it's also 0. And then your second row into first column. Second row into first column will be 4 plus 4 plus 0. That is 8. Then second row into second column will be 0 plus 1 plus 16. That will be nothing but, wait, second row into second column will be 0 plus 1 plus 0. So 1 will be the answer. Sorry people, it's not 16. Then second row into third column will be 0 plus 0 plus 0. That will be 0. And your next one will be third row into first column. Third row into first column, 16 into 1, 16 plus 16 plus 16. So I'm getting like that. 16 plus 16 plus 16. So I can write that as 16 plus 32. Anyway, it's 42. But let me just write it out like this. Okay? Because there's a reason behind that. Okay? So I will write it as very small. This is 16 plus 32. And the next few elements will be third row into second column. 0 plus 4 plus 4. That will be 8. And then it will be 1, right? Because it follows. I think it will be 1. So third row into third column it will be 1. 1 only. So now this is a matrix we got to know, and this element is 48 only, because we are getting 16 plus 16 plus 16, that will be 48. But I am writing it as 16 plus 32. That's the reason behind it. You guys will know at the end. Okay. So now we got to know the value of p square. So what is your p square? Your p square is 1 0 0 8 1 0, and this will be 16 plus 32, and then it will be 8 here, and it will be 1 here. Let us next find out the value of p cube. Then we can find out the pattern very easily, because just by trying once you can just find out, because we may do some mistake in finding our patterns, because whatever people thinks will not be same as other thing. Basic thing, or the basic thing that you guys already know. So therefore let us first find out the value of p cube, then we will ensure the pattern. That will be great, right? So your p cube will be p square times of p. P cube will be p square times of p. What is your p square? 1 0 0 8 1 0 16 by 32 48 8 1 times of your p is 1 4 16 0 1 4, then 0 0 1. This is your p. So we are supposed to multiply these two matrices. Okay, this is 48. This is a separate element. This is a separate element, 8. So 1 minute, wait people. Let me write this in a correct manner. So 1 0 0 4 1 0 16 4 1. So this is a matrix Q. So we know that this is p square and this is p, because p square into p will be giving us p cube, and that's the only way to find out p cube. Alright. So now let us find out this p cube. So just basic multiplication. Here also first row into first column. First row into first column will be 1 plus 0 plus 0, that will be 1. Then it will be 0. Then it will also 0. Again 0 1 1. Okay, so that's what you are getting, right? Guys, I'm just doing mind calculation fast, because I already know some ways to find out these elements, because it's easy to find out. Just I'm doing it by mind calculation. Even if you want me to do in a sequential manner, I will do it. So we need to do your second row into first column, second row into third column, either we need to do. So to find out this element, what will we do? We will do it as second row into first column. So 8 wait, this is 0. So 8 into 1, 8 plus 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. 8 plus 4 is 12. And then these two elements are left. So third row into first column. Third row into first column is 48 plus 8 into 4, 32. 48 plus 32 plus 16. 48 plus 32 plus 16. Let me write on this. 16 plus 32 plus 48. And third row into second column will be 48 times of 0 is 0. So 0 plus 8 plus 4, that is 12. Now listen very carefully. We got to know this is your p cube. So let me just write out your p cube here. So this is your p cube. Correct or not? I hope that's visible for you people. And this is the p cube now. Now people, let's just observe the pattern over here. This is your p square, this is your p cube, and this is your p. There's no space, so I'm just not writing a p. But you guys should notice p in your question, and that will help us to find out the pattern. So this is your p square, this is your p cube. So what does it show is the diagonal elements are 1 over it now. All the diagonal elements of these both three matrices are 1 over here. So this shows that every power raised to power, sorry, the value of p for it, even if it states for any power, the diagonal elements will be 1. On these values are 0, 0, 0. So above your diagonal matrix, above your diagonal elements, all the elements are 0. So we say upper elements of your diagonal elements, that is all 0. Correct or not? Yes. Yeah, that's right. So upper elements of your diagonal elements are 0. That's the second pattern we found out. So everything is fixed for us. That is your p power 50. We're gonna find your p power 50 only, right? Because that's essential for us. So for this, every diagonal elements are 1, because for every power it's 1, and the elements above it are 0, 3 zeros. Okay, just a pattern, not any new thing. Now notice one thing. Notice this 4. Notice this element 4, 8, 12. This shows that if P, that means we are having P power 1, right? If I have B, it means P power 1 only. So I am having 4 times of 1. If I have P square, can't I write as 4 to 2? A beautiful pattern which we have found now. And now this 12, same level power is 3, so 4 times of 3. So what does it show? This will be 4 times of the power, that is 4 times of 50. Same over here, this 4 also I can write as 4 times of 1. The power is 1, 4 times of 1. This is also 4 times of 2. And this is, it will be 4 times of 3, because the power is 6. This is the pattern we found out. So this will be 4 times of 50. Okay guys, we are doing a great job in just finding a pattern. Okay, now what do we do? Now it matters a lot. 4 times of 50, then we add 1, right? Yes. So now we have found out these elements, only one element is left out. How will you find out this element? Just observe very carefully. This is 16. This is 16 plus 32. This is 16 plus 32 plus 48. There is some pattern over here. Absolutely, there is some pattern over here. What's the pattern is? 16 plus 32, 16 plus 32 plus 48. What does it show? Can't I take 16 common in all these 3 matrices and we can check the pattern over here? Sum of us in natural numbers, we can get it that. Just listen to me very carefully. This 16 I can write it as 16 times of 1, because the power is 1. And this 16 plus 32, can't I write this 16 plus 32 as, it's very important, listen to me very carefully. 16 plus 32 as, when I take a 16 common, I will get it as 16 times of 1 plus 2. And this 16 plus 32 plus 42, can't I write it as 16 common, then 1 plus 2 plus 3. We got it. We got it. For every power, we are going to find sum of first n natural numbers until that power, where your n will be your that power. I hope you guys can get it. Okay? That's what is happening here too. And please understand the pattern. That's what is very important, people. Even the zero ones, everybody can do this. I can give it in writing. Okay? Everybody can do this because the patterns were essential. And that's what you're finding out. Okay? So now 16 times of 1, 16 times of 1 plus 2, 16 times of 1 plus 2 plus 3. Perfect? Alright? So that's what we are trying to do here. Okay? So if we are having like this, then of course this element will be 16 times of 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way up to the power, that is 50. Okay? Very simple. See how we found out this. Guys, this is the beauty of this question. This is the beauty of JEE Advanced, I would say. See how beautifully we found out the pattern which is executing very well. That matters a lot. Okay? Very good. So we have found out the pattern, so this will be that. How I found out this element is I just took out your 16 common. That time I know you guys will ask, why this boy is writing 48 as 16 plus 32? This is the reason. For everything there's a reason, right? It's hard now. Okay? In your mind. Okay? So now 16 times of 1, 16 times of 1 plus 2, 16 times of 1 plus 2 plus 3. So this will be 16 times of 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way up to power. So what does it show? This element represent 16 times of sum of first and natural numbers such that for that particular power, your n will be that power. I hope you guys can understand. So now this is your p power 50. So let me rub out these things. So what will be a p power 50? P power 50 will be, I will write out here. P power 50 will be, this will be 1, 0, 0, and 4 into 50 is 200. Then 1, 0. Then again it will be 200 over here, and it's 1 because 4 into 50 200. So 16 times of 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way up to 50. How will you find out that? The 16 times of, so sum of first and natural numbers is n into n plus 1 by 2. N into n plus 1 by 2. So 50 is the number. So 50 is equal to n. So 50 into 50 plus 1 by 2. That will be 50 into 51 by 2. Perfect. Perfect. So that's what we are having over here. So this I will write it as 16 by 2 is 8 over here. So 8 times of 50 times of 51. Okay. So this will be your p power 50. Once again I will write it very well. 8 times of 50 times of 51. Okay. And this will be 200 only, right? So this is what we got to know. This is your p power 50. Just use the pattern. How we found out this is 16 times of sum of first 50 natural numbers will be 15 to 51 by 2. That's 2 and the 16 I cancel. This is something we'll get. And now what many people will do, this is the biggest mistake. Don't ever do this. At the first try, when you found out this particular p power 50, then directly you guys will find out this 3 1 element, 3 2 element, 2 2 element, then you will find out the answer. Then you will get 0 marks. For what we are find out this p power 50, in order to find out the matrix Q, why are you just in a hurry? Just observe the question, just read it up, just interpret up, get the idea. Don't forget the reason why we are doing. Because what many people do is, they start to do something for a reason. And at the end, they do not think of the reason for doing this. Instead, they just go on it. That will make some biggest damage to whatever thing you are gonna do. Same applies over here. Think about the reason why we are doing this. In order to find your Q only. So what is your Q? If p power 50 minus Q is equal to I, your Q will be p power 50. Your Q will be p power 50 minus I. Correct or not? Correct or not? Perfect, people. So if your Q is p power 50 minus I, what will be your I? So minus of 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 0 0. This is your I, right? Diagonal elements are 1. This is your identity matrix I. So this is how we need to find out the value of Q. So Q is equal to p power 50 minus this. This is your minus symbol. This particular matrix minus this particular matrix. So p power, this is your nothing but your Q. This is not p power 50. P power 50 only this particular matrix. Now p power 50 minus this I will be Q. So Q will be equal to, so 1 minus 1 is 0, 0, 0. Then 200 minus 0 is 200 only. Then again 0, and here is 200. And here to 0. And then finally 8 into 50 into 50 and minus 0 will be 8 into 50. Let me write it clearly. Because I don't know what happened. I'm just writing it like, just like my wish. 0 0 0 200 0 0 0 200 and 8 into 50 times of 51. This is your element. This is your Q. How beautifully we found the value of Q. This is the beauty of your matrices and determinants question. And now let's go on with it. So we need to find the value of Q31. Q31 is your element. Q actually represents the element of the matrix Q. Q31 will be the element which is in third row in first column. Third row is this, first column is this. So this element is your Q31. So Q31 will be equal to 8 into 50 into 51. Then your Q32 will be equal to what? Q32 will be third row, second column, that is your 200. On the denominator we are having Q22. Q22 will be what? Second row, second column. Second row and second column will be 0. Wait. Guys, we did a mistake. I think we did some mistake. Actually, in the question it is not Q22, it's Q21. Sorry for that mistake, it's Q21. Really sorry, people. So this is Q21. So denominator is Q21. Just now I noticed. Really sorry for that. Anyway, it does not matter because until now we are just finding a matrix Q. Now only we are going to this expression. So now no problem for it. Just it's Q21. So Q21 will be second row, first column. That is also 200. So now we found these elements. So just rub out this Q because we don't need this Q now. We are working a lot to find out this Q. But anyway, at the end, that does not matter after finding out these three elements. So Q31 plus Q32 will be 8 into 50 into 51 plus 200. Okay. People, 8 into 50, how can I write it? 8 into 50 I can write it as, 8 into 50 can't I write it as 4 into 200 because I just pitted your 8 as, this will be 2 only. I just pitted your 8 as 4 into 2. So that 2 I took outside. So 50 into 4 will be 200. And now it's very easy. Just take your common things. So 1 second, wait, I will rub out these things. Calculation, you should be very fast. You should not just be doing that 50 into 51, then multiply 8, add 200, divide 200. Those things, you should not supposed to do that. Just do the calculation. So 2 into 251, this will be, take common. This 200, this one cancel, this 200. Therefore, 2 into 51 plus 1. This will be 2 into 51 is 102. 102 plus 1 will be 103, and that's the answer for the question. How I did this is, earlier I was having 8 into 50. 8 into 50, can't I write your 8 into 50 as 2 into 200? Basic thing. Just by splitting the terms, 200, I just cancel it out. So 2 into 51 plus a 1. Why am I having 1? Because 200 by 200 is 120. Therefore, your answer is 103. That's the beauty of your JEE Advanced. Okay. See how beautifully we solved this question, guys. I really liked it up. I hope you guys also like this question. It takes a bit of time because I'm just explaining it, right? So that's all. Thank you. Make education simple.